So now, what you're looking at here is a little like a camping cooker, wood burner type of thing. So I've just temporarily put a bit of a chimney on it so that I can use it. I've not had it fired up for I don't know how long, years, absolute years. It's been sat over there by the shed for God knows how long. But today I'm going to put a firelighter in to get this going, because all what's in here at the minute is all the shavings on the floor, all the bits and pieces of the rotten wood that's fell apart, and a few offcuts, sawdust and everything. It's a little bit damp, some of it, but it should start drying out with a firelighter in there once I light it. So I've got a kettle out of the shed here, and put some water in it, and we're going to light it up. But I didn't really think about using this today, really, until I swept the floor, because all the wood shavings and everything here was all around, and I was going to chuck it on the chimney over there, because I've been having a burn. I put a new gate in for a friend, and this is her old one. It's oak, but painted with gloss, white gloss, as you can see. And there was a couple of planters that we've had in the garden for donkey's years. And as you can see, that was pretty rotten. So all the shavings and everything that was on the floor from where I cut it all up has gone in that little burner, log burner. So the chimney has been burning well here. Could do with a few more bits on, to be honest. So we'll get that going. Just chuck a few more bits because I want to get all this burnt off tonight. I don't want to be hanging around and having to do it all again. A couple of them big old logs in there because they take some burning through, they do. Plus they're pretty wet, so get them in. Might keep that little bit for that burner there. A few of them smaller bits. In fact, let's get rid of this stuff, because this is shite stuff, this. Nice bits of oak, but the paint on them. Never mind. Right, that's loaded. Just shut the door. That handle gets a bit hot, so got my little stick that fits. So we put a wood burner in here, a firelighter. I could of course just sit there with this and just get it burning, but I want to see how well this copes with the firelighter. So that won't take much to get going. I'll just singe a few more bits of timber. There we go. That's burning well now. I can smell the paraffin in it. I'll shut the door. I can see that's sucking through there really well. There's only two little holes here, because you want it slow burning, because you want all the heat, to get up the top there. But we'll switch off for a minute and we'll see how well that goes. I'll get back to you. We'll see how long it takes to boil that kettle. We'll have a look at the time. So just so we know, that was it's about 3:10. That's as near as, damn it. And we'll see how long that takes to burn through all that damp bit of wood and get me kettle boiling, because that's the name of it, really. That's what we want. There's smoke coming out of the chimney, which is a good sign, because I've got my cup ready with coffee in it. So it's been going for 10 minutes now, nearly 12 maybe. Plenty of smoke coming out of the chimney, not that you can see that on the camera there, but there's a lot of smoke coming out, but also it's actually getting very hot, and also that handle now, I won't want to hold it too long, so I'm going to nip down and get a rag of some sort so I can grab it. Or what have I got? I'll go and find something that I can lever it up with and then close it again. That's getting too hot to handle. That is. Right, it's been going for about 15 minutes now. There was a lot of smoke coming out the top, which was a sure sign that nothing was really getting hot and burning in there. It was just sort of smouldering. So what I've done is I've opened the door a bit. You might be able to see that there, but there's a bit of flame. But to be fair, this wood was quite damp. Not damp, I'll say some of it was wet. But there's good flames going around that now. But I noticed when I shut the door, the two little holes here, it weren't drawing enough air in. So what I've done is I'm just watching through the holes for when it starts pulling, and then just open it a bit so it can get enough air in. That's what it wants. There's some good bits of wood in there, fair size, so they need to burn through really well. Get my handle up a bit. That's pulling a lot more air through now. So we'll leave that, see how progress is getting on. Oh, that's actually starting to steam a little bit. It's getting hot, it's definitely getting hot. That's good. We'll get back to it. So while that's trying to get a brew on the go, it's getting pretty turbulent now, them flames, which is good because it's drawing in enough air so it'll burn a bit quicker. So the chimney down here is needing a bit more poking around. We'll give it a poke with a stick. Look at that crappy old painted oak laying down flat somewhere. Turn it over, that's it. A few bits falling out the bottom there. I don't want the dogs walking on them. But we'll sweep them up, chuck them in the end. So let's get rid of these bits. And them logs are burning well. Getting hot. Oh, get up there. Don't want to stay. That's better. Let's got it up. Got a little bit of rockabilly going on in the background. It's my kind of music. I think a lesson learned with that is to make sure the wood is very dry before you put it in there. Put some good bits of wood. It took a long while for that to get going with damp bits of wood. I mean, this thing here, once you get it going, it'll just about draw in, burn everything. That's good, that's smoking well now. Let's get this to grab hold of the handle here because this is actually getting a bit hot now. We've got good flames in there now. Don't want to poke it around though. Let's get some cinders going. Well, would you believe it? It's starting to rain. Clouds are coming over. I'm going to have to put my music away because that's on my other phone through my Bluetooth speaker, so it's stopped at the minute anyway. Oh, no, it's back up. Bit of a bad signal, I think, there. And again, we're going to move it in dry anyway. So we're not really getting on very well with this, to be honest. I think the wood is just far too wet for it. I keep leaving the door open, but it's not really flaming much. There's plenty of glow in there. Water is hot, but it's not boiling yet. So it needs to get up to a boil, really. That's ideally what you want. So I've failed, really. Chucking all that wet sawdust and everything in the bottom, and then wet bits of decking. It's not really burning that well. You need a bigger fire for it to get going, really. So I'm going to give it a blast, I think, with this thing here. It's just to get the wood going, really, proper. Needs a bigger fire for it to dry the wood out, for it to burn better, if you like, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't want to put any more in it. I'll just let that burn. It was only a bit of an experiment because I've never really used this, you know, to actually cook on or boil a kettle. Just used to use it as a little burner, really, you know, to sit around and keep warm. Cook stuff in your tent, you know, but I never really cooked anything with it. More of a heater. So I think we're just going to leave that now and let that pull through. I mean, I could just boil the kettle with this, couldn't I? We'll have it going in a minute. What's this? 1925 degrees C. Let's just shut that up there. Anyway, the chimney's still going well. So, I think I might just call it a day with it. I mean, it is burning, it is hot. This has got hot. You can see that it's steaming well, but that's took half an hour to get there. I mean, I could chuck some dry stuff on there now and sort of get it going. More dry stuff would dry out the wet stuff and it'll burn a bit better. But there's plenty of heat in it because you can see the colour of this. This is actually copper pipe out there. People will moan at me for burning, using it as an exhaust copper pipe, give off fumes and such like, but it's my garden, it's my burner, it's my copper pipe. I do with what I like. But the lesson is, don't put anything wet in there if you want it to boil up and burn easier, especially if you want to cook on it. You don't have to be messing around poking wet bits of wood while you're trying to cook your sausages. So that feels plenty hot. It's definitely got some steam on there. Probably just hot enough now to drink with. But I'm just going to leave it now and let it burn itself out. I'll come back in a bit and pour the water, but for now, had enough of that.